If you're sick of your cheap butt connectors failing or corrosion ruining your wiring, then you should switch to these. These are Deutsch Connectors. They're waterproof, they're corrosion resistant, and they'll make your wiring look like it came straight out of the factory. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use them. I'm going to show you how to crimp them, I'm going to show you how to assemble them, and most importantly, if you screw up, I'm going to show you how to disassemble them. So let's go ahead and let's get started. First, let's talk tools. You only really need 5 things to do this. Wire strippers, cutters, a small flathead or a pick, needle nose pliers, and the crimper itself. For a pro tip right off the bat, you really should invest in a closed barrel crimper like this. It's going to make your connection stay in much better than other solutions. It crimps the pin at 4 sides at once, it's stronger, it's cleaner, and way easier to use than the cheap stamp tools that they have. Alright, so let's head over to the bench and put some together. Okay, so here's the wire we're going to be using. It's a standard 16 gauge wire, and we're going to be putting crimps on either end of this, and then we're going to put it into these DT connectors. So to do this, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just take off about a 1/4 inch of wire here. And you can use whichever tool you want. I prefer this one, but you also have these style tools. Now there's 2 different style of pins that we're going to be looking at. So there's a male pin and a female pin. And these ones, you'll notice they actually have a green stripe on them. Now the point of the green stripe is it lets you know that it's a different size. Both are size 16 connectors. The green one is for 14 gauge wire. The non-marked one is for 16 to 20 gauge wire. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this to put our first wire in. So to do this, I'm going to take this crimper here. I'm going to put the terminal in, make sure that it's mostly flush there. And then I'm going to put the wire in. Then after I put the wire in, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze. And then we'll take a look at the crimp. And you have your crimp. Now looking at this crimp, you can see it's crimped on all 4 sides. This is one of the really nice things about this style crimper and why you should really be using them for projects like this. So with this, we're going to go ahead and use this now. Now to use this, I'm just going to go ahead and take this pin that I pulled together. I'm just going to press it through here and out to the other side. And then it'll lock itself in. Now it is locked in. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that for 2 more, and then we'll put these connectors together. I'm going to do the same thing on here. Since I put the male one in there, female one is going in this side. So make sure they line up, just for this demonstration. And when it gets into place, you can actually hear it click. So that one is in place. Now I'm going to do 2 more. All right, I'm going to go ahead and push them in opposite spaces. There's a real tactile feel when you push them in and they make contact. So that click. All right, so now that they're both in, you need a way to hold them in place. So with these, you have these little clips here, which you push in. So this little piece here, this is a wedge lock. So we're essentially just going to take your needle nose pliers and we're going to take it and we're going to push it in so that it holds the clips so they don't fall out. The only way you can really get those pins out now is to remove the wedge lock before you take the pins out. So think of it as a security method. Then I'm going to take this green one and I'm going to put some needle nose pliers on it. And then I'm going to push it into here. Then push. This one here is for the wedge lock for the other side. We're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be using it to wedge the clips into place so that there isn't a chance that that pin can come out. So let's go ahead and put it in. So you can actually take this. I put in a few of these just to have some extra space, and I'm going to just shove this right on the front of this and push it in. Then it's going to close just like that. There we go. And now with that, I have a plug. Simple as that. Okay, now one of the nice things about this is, this specific tool here is used for pulling these out. So you can take this as a little hook on the end, go ahead, pull it, then pull that out. And then after that's out, I can just take this or take a small screwdriver and push the little tabs that are inside of here. So there's a few different little tabs. I'm going to take it, I'm going to push this out, and then I can just pull this pin right out. And just like that, I have a connector that's separated. Now this will be the same thing, small screwdriver, I'm going to stick it in,
push this off. Okay. Then with that out, I can do the same thing. This screwdriver, reach in, pull the pin back, and then pull the pin out. Simple as that. And there we go. Everything is taken apart. Okay, so the nice thing about being able to take these apart is you can essentially rewire your car or put different connectors on if you want to. So if you get to a point where you want to add some more circuits, you can buy ones of these that have 6 pins. You can buy 4 pins, 2 pins, whatever you need to build. Currently using these on my car, I'm using these on my snowmobile, and they work extremely well. So if you're looking to upgrade your wiring, this is really what you should go with. Thanks for tuning in this week on Smackey's Garage. I'll see you next time.